What's up, motherfuckies? Woody Woo here, and welcome to another episode of Words from Woody Woo. Take 12, my motherfuckies. Anyhow, I just want to say real quick, I want to give a shout out to Allison Foreigner. You know, she's like a little sister to me. You know what I mean? She's a dedicated motherfucker. So shout out to Allison. I love you, girl. You know what I mean? Keep doing what you do. But let's go ahead and get this motherfucking shit started. Take 12, like, you know what I mean? In world news, Paris terrorist attacks leave at least 100 people dead. Now, this week, I don't got much on the world tip. Why? Because I'm doing this out of respect for the people of Paris. Yesterday, there was a terrorist attack that took place in Paris. And before I get into it, I just want to pay my respects to all the family members that lost someone yesterday. And all that, you know what I mean? A lot of people was affected over there. It may not affect the United States, but it does affect the world, because the negativity going around from these terrorist attacks is wrong. And if we don't do something, shit's gonna fuck up. We gotta do something, y'all. You know what I mean? This is something the United States should step into, because if we don't step in, they're gonna think that they can do whatever they want. And I mean, come on, we're the United States. They can't fuck with us. Multiple terrorist attacks took place yesterday in Paris, leaving at least 100 dead across many popular night spots in Paris. Now, at this time, the attackers are unknown. Nobody knows why these attacks took place, nor do we know who is behind these attacks. Nobody's going to throw accusations out there about it, because we don't want to piss off people. However, the president of France has made it clear that France is going to stand firmly against the foes. They're basically saying, if you got a problem with France, come. We're not going to back down. We will back up our people, and we will defend. President Hollande, proper spelling would be up there, was forced to declare a state of an emergency, and was forced to also close all the borders around the land. Now, the worst damage of the night took place at a concert hall where a U.S. band was performing. What happened was the attackers of the facility ended up holding hostages with AK-47s, and also ended up attacking these people with grenades. Suicide bombers was also going in there, so when the grenade took off, you know, their lives got taken as well. Now, originally, these people were just being held as hostages, but as time progressed, they did start killing them off. Judaists on social media platforms went crazy as soon as all this shit went place. As soon as this went live on the internet, the Judaists started praising and throwing like little fucking social media parties about the attackers. So they might have some kind of connections. There's accusations about ISIS being involved. I don't know nothing about ISIS. I don't know who the fuck they is. But these are just accusations. It's crazy how terrorist attacks are just breaking down whole communities, because it really makes me wonder, where's the defense at? You know what I mean? But that wraps up world news. Let's move it on over to local news. Yeah. November 6th, a Hasenbuhler man pleads guilty to multiple child pornography charges. William Sylvia, age 71, proper spelling will be up there, of Hagerstown, Maryland, appeared in court Friday in Baltimore, Maryland. Now, originally, he was sending and receiving child pornography via the web. You know what I mean? He was basically just passing along child porn. He was doing this from April 2013 to July 2014. When William was picked up, the police raided his motel room. And when they did so, they uncovered multiple and serious files via his desktop computer of nothing but child pornography. After the arrest and whatnot, it was undiscovered that in 1995, he was also arrested and convicted of raping a kid in Massachusetts. In 2004, he was convicted of child molestation by a parent, meaning that he had to molest his kid. Now, that took place in West Virginia, which goes to show you that most people who have some kind of sex charge, it's not just that charge. It's more than that. They just might not have got caught for it. Now, for the current child pornography charges, the scheduled date for the court will be January 27th of 2016. There's not too much I can say, but the more and more I look into the newspapers, the more and more I see sexual charges and child molestation and shit. And it just pisses me off because I never seen that shit so much. Hagerstown and Maryland is getting pretty fucking bad. This week in marijuana news, Hillary Clinton has finally eased her position on marijuana. In South Carolina, sometime last week, Hillary Clinton was at some kind of conference when she made it public that she does believe that marijuana should be reclassified. Now, she does, however, stay firm that it should not be legalized for recreational use. She does not promote marijuana for recreational use. However, she is saying that it should be reclassified to make it easier for the medical facilities. She's saying marijuana should be used for medicine, but only medicine. Marijuana is currently labeled as a Schedule I substance, meaning that there's no medical value to it. Now, some other Schedule I substances are heroin and things of that nature. Now, because marijuana is currently labeled as a Schedule I, it's making it hard to do the proper amount of research. Now, the reason why we don't understand marijuana as a whole, as the whole country, is because it's labeled a Schedule I. In order to do the amount of research needed, we gotta reclassify it. And that's all that Hillary is saying. She's saying we should reclassify it as a Schedule II substance so we can perform the necessary research. Now, with Hillary Clinton doing this, this also makes her the first Democrat to be for the change. You know what I mean? No Democrats in this part has promoted marijuana for medical use or anything. This would make Hillary the first Democrat to do so. Woody woo? Yo, Hillary, I didn't know you felt that way about marijuana, but you still got my vote. You know what I mean? Because I'm not saying that marijuana should be abused, but there's a lot of medical value and there's a lot of motherfucking purposes for marijuana, and I think they should be recognized. That's all. I don't think kids should be out there getting high to get high. I'm not saying that. So Hillary, you still got Woody Woo's vote. Now, I may not pronounce this right, and I'm sorry, as always, but Tom Engel of the marijuana majority says that Hillary Clinton is only doing this as a symbolic move. It's not an actual move. She's doing it to symbolize change, but she's really not about it, according to Tom Engel. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. You know what I mean? Hillary, you got Woody Woo's vote. Do the right thing. Make it work for the people. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to put your own opinions to the side and do what's right for the whole country. That's what being the president's about. And motherfuckers, it's time for the dumbass of the motherfucking week. Yours and mine's favorite, You already know. November 9th in Clearwater, Florida, a cop skips his DUI training to get intoxicated. A Florida deputy shows up at a Mothers Against Drunk Driving event to receive an award for more than 100 DUI arrests. Now, while he was there, he had a bottle on the tuck. Pinellas County Sheriff Deputy Michael Sajiliga, proper spelling, ended up being asked to leave the conference due to his intoxication. Now, when he was asked to leave the conference, he gave his chief of command a hard time. He got smart with him, made a big scene, but he did, however, end up leaving. Now, later revealed he had a bottle of liquor on him while waiting to receive the award. So not only was he intoxicated, but he had a liquor bottle on the tuck. He leaves, and he also gets suspended for 1 day without pay. The Internal Affairs report revealed that there is more outstanding circumstances to this incident. The day of the event, this deputy skips a DUI training course just to get intoxicated. The investigation revealed it was a bottle of Jameson Orange Whiskey that he brought to the conference. And they also took into consideration the amount of disrespect he carried with the chief of command. Right now, at this point, the deputy was asked to write an apology letter to the Mothers Against Drunk Drivers and the chief of command, and he has done so. However, you're an officer of the motherfucking law, and you're stupid enough to show up at a Mothers Against Drunk Drivers intoxicated. You're definitely the dumbass of this fucking week. And you're the reason why Woody Woo don't trust the police. You know what I mean? You motherfuckers are criminals with a badge. You know what I mean? I trust a motherfucking criminal on the street before I trust a police officer. And that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? It's somebody we trust, an officer of the law. You know what I mean? And he's going there intoxicated. He's a fucking piece of shit. And he should be fired, not suspended for a day. Man, this shit pisses me off. I can't stand the police that we have in fucking charge of us and the people that we're supposed to trust. It's all a bunch of shit. Fuck the police, and I mean that shit. You know what I mean? And I'm done with this dumbass this week. Well, motherfuckers, that's gonna wrap up Words from Woody Woo, take 12. I hope y'all enjoyed the show, and I look forward to seeing you motherfuckers back next week. You already know. I love you motherfuckers. Be nice. Be kind. Love yourself for who you are. Keep coming back every weekend like a loyal motherfucking would. Woody Woo, out.